Today I'm gonna share with you a lesson on when it was time for me to say goodbye to my relationship, to my marriage. It broke my heart, really, like my life came crumbling down, but also I'll share the wins. And many people don't see divorce as a win. Many people don't see ending a relationship as a win. They see it as a painful experience, as something that actually we all tend to avoid it. That's why we stay in a relationship way too long. But if we really want a relationship where somebody feels like connected with you, there is sex as outstanding, your communication is easier and smoother, and you can solve problems, and you can go on vacation to this place, come back home without fighting, come actually enjoy it, be a real peaceful, loving experience while you go over there and pay all this money, you know. That's nothing better than for a man and a woman to enjoy those moments together. But sometimes we get in the way of our own success like that because we stay in a relationship way longer than we should, or we do not do what we need to do before it's too late. And let me share you what happened, right? So bear with me, because look, it's not easy. So going back in time, when I first started like getting into psychology, it was because I didn't know what was going on. We were having problems, we were having all this, and then she was feeling depressed, and she didn't want to go to a doctor. So I thought I can be her doctor. So I went into psychology. Lesson number one: do not become her therapist. Do not become her psychologist. She wants a man, a husband, not a therapist. Really. I made that mistake. I admit it. But I learned a lot about human psychology, the way we feel, and so on. But that is just wins. The lesson is, do not become the therapist. Something else that I did, and this is actually, it's kind of embarrassing, but I was in deep despair. I was dealing with depression myself. I wanted to have a happy life. But conventional wisdom never really works anymore. Why? Because we're talking about two people. So happy wife, happy life is bullshit. And I saw it firsthand in other people, but until I experienced it, I came to realize that there is more to it than just happy wife. There's gonna be happy husband. And because I wasn't a happy husband, I was struggling with so much. I was trying my best, working full time, giving her the money that she needed. She didn't work, so I supported her 100%. We got a car, we got a house, we got what did you call it? We went on vacations, and we had fights, so on, so on. So I was dealing with so much. And if you're dealing with the same, listen, this is what you do not want to do. I went to the extreme because that's who I am. Sometimes when we do not keep our emotions in check, we go to the extreme easily. And I go to the extreme to get things done. And ignorantly, I did the wrong thing, and I let her torture me. She doesn't know, I didn't know, it doesn't even look like torture, but it is, and it was. I mean, if there was a lawsuit, it would be considered legally as torture. Not psychological, physical, which is even worse. I mean, that level, I was so low, and now I can tell you about it because I've learned. What's the lesson? Don't let it get there. Don't let the relationship be so ugly, so bad that you feel like torture is better. You gotta feel the pain just for the sake of feeling. Don't let it get to that point. Really. There is one song that I used to listen to, and it's I scratch the wounds so I can feel, because I become so numb. I used to feel like that. I couldn't master my emotions very well, but I went down the wrong, some people lose control and get angry and upset and temperamental, but I didn't become that way. I became like weak and soft and feminine and depressed, and I wanted to kill myself. What I learned from that, emotional roller coaster I was going on with her, is that Lao Tzu says, mastering yourself. See, mastering others is like power, but mastering yourself makes you fearless. And when you master the internal, you master your emotions, you become really powerful. Why? Because then you can make sound decisions. You stay level-headed. You stay in your senses. And if you're a man, your woman does not need an emotional man. There is this author that I really like, says that women are like the weather and the storm, and it's sunny and it's cloudy and it's cold and it's hot. And for them, they experience all of this. It's the beauty of the feminine. But for a man to go through all of that is just not in a masculine nature. A woman doesn't want a weather-like man. A woman wants a man in control, in power, especially not of her, but of himself. Think of it as the waves of the sea. She's coming with these waves of emotions, high tide, low tide, but you're this mountain, this rock. The waves keep coming, crashing against you. She's telling you this and that, and you remain unmovable. It was a long journey for me, because I didn't know that until it was too late. When I learned all about it, and maybe not even all about it, I was still learning, but I learned so much, and I said, no more of this. It's time to say goodbye. If you wonder why, we'll leave that for another video. But it was time, because the relationship was beyond repair. Don't let your relationship get to that point. So to summarize, do not become her therapist. Control your emotions. Control your emotions. Yes. Become the thermostat that regulates your emotions and keeps them with it going, as they say, out of whack, all crazy, up and down. No, thermostat. And be decisive. If the relationship is beyond repair, get out. It's the loving thing to do for both her and you. If you want to know whether it is beyond repair, I have another video for you. But if you are like, I want to talk to Alex, book a call. And I'll help you then. The relationship channel is here for you to help you develop your self-reliance, but sometimes we need it. Let's talk. I'll give you the help you need. Enjoy your relationship.